首尔冠军赛 ，TH 对上 FunPlus， 两队上次交手是在上海大师赛，打到图山极地韩港17-15才分出胜负，最后由 TH 2-1战胜 FunPlus。这场 TH 会让 FunPlus 复仇成功吗
？Already finding Miniboo, and even if they smoke this one off, it's going to be hard to get this stuck all the way with a big swing. Gravwell keeps them back a moment, buys them time, but not quite enough. Well, they had two lurks.
Yeah, and then they go hunting. Life again was the guy who got the kill on Riens.
Oh no!
Oh no. No, look away. Look away.
When you talk about Miniboo being self-critical, I hope he can let that one go. That's a rough one.
I hope other people can let that one go as well. I think that's going to be in a montage or two.
It's been a very impressive resurgence.
It just, that's the...
Oh, you can see it in the player cam.
Oh. The thing is, it's the worst player for it to happen for a while. They could section things off. There you go. Space taken, but they have to deal with life.
They also have to be quick because Berlin's on the way up behind, and if he finds that space before they've claimed the site, this could be an absolute disaster. Problem is, denying this defuse is very difficult. Oh, the run through is good, and the shorty comes out for more! A gorgeous play from Autumn! And their side up in heaven, not just by himself, but with two players, make that nobody. Woot dies, and the fallback from Boo now leaves Miniboo alone.
They've seen him. It seems like it. Lots of utility being expended, and he's isolated. And the aggression elsewhere hasn't succeeded either. Boo falls, puts the advantage with the defense. Riens and Benji. A little bit of an angle over the top, which might just give the game away. A nice shot from Riens, puts things back into a 2 versus 2. And for a moment, it looked like Ayung was going to try and jump around, but he's thought better of it. That time continuing to tick, Riens continuing to land every shot.
Once Woot falls, Boo's in no man's land and quickly swept up. Instead, Miniboo grabs the opening. It does spur them onto the B side where everyone's waiting. And it's Ayung taking two headshots at that with the Guardian. And they're in a bit of trouble jumping across that bridge because Ayung's still waiting. His fourth kill locked in already. And Benji Fishy left in an impossible situation. 3 players and Ayung looking for the ace. He's got it locked in.
VALORANT. 2 players that could both hit the headshots, but Ayung just doing it a little bit better. The first 2 was so disgustingly clean, but let's be real. I think there was about 1, maybe 2 missed bullets in the entirety of this round for him. FPX showing the depth of skill. He is 19-10.
Rotation comes through. Life now in position, ready to take this B fight. In fact, the decoy sent straight through, and Life is awaited. They let the decoy run past, took the main man down, and now the advantage, well, actually quickly flips hands. Autumn making a fight for it. Boo, though, answers back up alongside Woot. A 2 versus 3, a retake needed for FPX. The spike planted relatively open. The Thrash online just in case. And there's not a lot to say for FPX in terms of their chances. They need picks, they need to get aggressive. At least they'll have the information to work with, but I don't know what that is going to get them. Maybe point the guns in the right direction. Little lurk around from Ayung. He's going to go for it. Yeah, but find absolutely nothing. A firing squad waiting for him.
Yeah, Riens is there, so clean with it at the end. Somebody walks into it, which they didn't. So now the rest of them are going to go hunting this guy with a Guardian. Ayung is gross.
He needs to stop buying the Vandal.
Yeah, waste.
There's no reason. It's 20-11. So many of those are Guardian kills. So many of those are one-taps. 50 seconds on the clock. Spike's already made it to the B site. Planted as we speak. Woot, well, his Dizzy's gone. He's going to play aggressive. He's not going to recover that Dizzy up top instead. To try to disorientate the team. A defensive side with a flare of aggression. Benji's caught one on the flank, but there's a lot more coming. 20 HP left on Ayung. That'll limit his impact. No. Autumn, I thought he had something special up his sleeve, but just the one to be found. Still, though, a 2 versus 2. If Ayung had full HP, I might even favor them in this position. I might favor them still. A chance with both solo. 10 HP in the difference. Shock dart in. Rien's finding it to slow them down, to make it costly for FPX. Now there could be some trouble. The ult forces him out of position. He knows he was about to be revealed, but Lysor gets the kill. Now the aggression from Life. Flash. Should have another. There it is. Popped and ult completed. Not able to find anything. Sending the decoy through. Just buying the space. Keeping them back in the choke point as the defuse starts. Now he'll body block. Look to absorb those bullets for his teammate. They've killed Life. And now they need the diffuser. Looks like they'll get him just in time. With it ticking away, all they have to do is deny that defuse with the man advantage to their back. They only have 2 chances to close this out, and this one, well, it's not quite their best opportunity with Boo tagged up, or well, decayed down by the Nightfall. The defuse already underway. Here comes the Shock Dart lineup though. Grabwell already used to start this one off. Flank spotted as well. Lysor won't get a free kill, but with Boo falling, the numbers thin out. They've dealt with Flank, but they haven't dealt with the defuse, and the Hunter's Fury way too late. He'll get a tag, but that's all, and an ult expended for little to no impact. It absolutely is. You saw Thrash put into the hand of Woot, and now sent out to find a victim. Drop. That was an interesting dash up top. Young in the perfect position to punish it. And now Benji, well, he's not going to get away with absolutely anything. They really want to fight for heaven for Vents, but they will get nothing. Heretics left down in the dirt. 12-12. It's not a normal spot to be playing from, and they're not even going to clear it. They're not even looking this way. That's the spike right in front of him. He's letting it get half planted just in case he can find another kill, and not quite, but he does the damage. Lysor on 8 HP, but the advantage sits with FPX, and it's Lysor that's going to go forward to plant this spike, I believe uncontested, unless there's a crazy Shock Dart. There actually was! Rienz fires it in and takes him down! And Autumn and Berlin, now another man sent in to plant this spike, a death sentence most of the time. I believe another, oh, it's a reveal, in fact, not a shock this time. It was sent through, and it's caught the information. They know where FPX are holding this from. Autumn needs a big play, and only the one to be found. Berlin, 1 versus 2. And they're all going to be diffusing in that narrow little alleyway. If there is a chance, the spray might just work out, but they're trying to bait him into a fight. He sees they're not diffusing. He'll buy this time just a little bit further. In fact, the clock here could prove to be the biggest enemy for the side of Heretics as they start this diffuse yet again. The swing is in, but the shots don't land.
Bear in mind, last time they played this map, he wasn't playing Sober. He was playing Breach. So that's something they've...
few times, more than a handful of times. But this time, they're not checking it in time. Luckily, Lysor reacts, finds the kill. The defuse started, at least that's as far as Heretics know. Some kills come through, though. They reclaim the space. The Odin takes Lysor. The drop from Berlin is good. Able to at least find the one, and Rienz is incredibly low. Boo's caught up top. That's a big mistake. All he has to do now is root out Rienz and deal with Woot, but that's a big task halfway when Rienz swings in to close it out. Looking for the flanks as well. It's Boo creeping his way back. He's turned at just the wrong moment, but corrects in time. Life down, and now Woot's clearing out that angle. They found the second and sent him straight into Boo and straight to the Shadow Realm. 4 versus 3 with FPX now looking to pick up the pieces, but the position from Berlin could be everything. He's got 2, and that's the spike with him.
This is such an absurd round. You'd think the defense are on the attack the way that they're pushing. And why are you going to expect the third player to be pushed up? The thing is, he's alone, hiding in his own smoke. And while he gives a little angle over to Woot, Woot's going to land the shot. And look where the remaining defenders now are. They're kind of ready for this.
I have the spike.
Yeah, they've rotated in just in
30
time.
seconds left.
Lysor stuck in the corner. Off bat, he's waiting for the walk through, and it's going to be Woot rounding to take the fight, but the shot is delivered straight to the cranium. Only Autumn. 1 shot left in the golden gun. It's his ghost that's creeping up close and finding them on the spams. The silencer lending a hand, and round the side he goes for the triple kill.
Beating them on this map is incredibly difficult. Already, Thrash going to be utilized and straight through the TP, but they're met with Benji. 3. Disrupted, a bit mental. And well, I saw all the assists come through, and I was like, how has Boo got 3 assists? That is a Stim Beacon triple assist.
Nice, very good kill.
It's not something...
They even caught Life, I think. They want to try to back out, but Mollies are covering them. Orbital Strike comes in, sectioned off by Team Heretics. Put in a box. Life, at least able to find a one. How is that correction landed? At least Benji falls. Life's work is not for nothing. In fact, it seems like the advantage will be converted into a round win for FPX.
And even still, if they don't step or hear them, Ion perfectly placed, but loses the battle. Still, though, it allows 2 players to be here, but you have to bear in mind how low Life currently is.
Autumn spot allowed him to keep B-long control now, though he's abandoned that trap to move for the flank. Lysor does well, landing that one, but Benji's got some fight left in him. 50 HP, and the shot through the box.
They got dangerous. Again, still no escape, and while he is going to be connected on by every single PC utility, Miniboo has managed to catch one, but there is an immediate swing and counter. It was an auto from the side of Heretics. It's at least made the defense slightly weaker.
It's thinned out the numbers for sure, but Berlin's not looking weak. What a shot with Boo down. The spike retrieved. Rienz is going to try to get this one planted. No wingman, though. He has to do it himself. And the TP out. Beautiful from Berlin. Even as the ultimate to use just to cause that little bit of paranoia for Rienz. And in fact, the ult is used straight towards the spawn. So now Rienz has no idea where this opponent could be. And Autumn's a mystery as well. Does manage to get the plant down in the chaos, though. Not deterred, but shot in the head from up in heaven. Berlin caught him jumping over the box. That's
Vitality were able to beat Heretics on this map. It came down to a poorer defense for the side of Heretics. They were not able to beat them on their attack. Well, that's exactly what FPX have done. They've managed to quell them, and well, thank you for the replay.
There's one player up close, Benji, but he's tagged down to 24. A flash on backside could get him out of dodge, but Berlin's already on him. The push from Rienz, it was at least covered for a moment by the Viper wall, but now he's all alone, doing the damage, and at least dropping a few, giving Woon a chance. Lysor shuts him down, and Boo has somehow allowed life to thread the needle. Unbeknownst to him, Boo's right behind him. This is a pantomime with a free kill, although it came a little close. Just the 1v1 left with Lysor's position unknown.
Oh, he's right above as well. They're just looking for that fight. Coming up on the clock. Pressure going to be put on to Benji, but he has support, or had support. Now it's all on him, but the flashes are just leaving him in a position to fight. Rienz is doing an amazing job on the backside again.
With Rienz down as well, big clutch player for the squad. A lot of utility that's going to help you to get back into a site. There's not a lot to hope for except Woot finding some semblance of hope with a quick pick. Clearing out the space towards Bath, finding one player. He knows that's probably an isolated duel, one he's happy to take.
Okay.
And even with the decay, with the vulnerability, he is still able to win that duel. We're back to a 3v3. It's winnable for Heretics, and the flank hasn't yet been spotted from Benji Fishy.
Boo trying to get something. The steps will have been heard. And the TP has been removed, but they're still wary of where life is going. In fact, he's going all the way around the back. He's in their spawn. Autumn picks off Benji. This now becomes so much more awkward because that player up above is going to leave them in disarray, but Wu is still going, still thriving, still trying to find anything that he can with Autumn, just buying as much time as possible, just baiting them as much as he can, and they're only just getting onto that defuse. He needs to try and find the shot. Is there going to be time for it? Is the question. There will be.
Wow. It's not an angle they're super exposed to, it's just life, but now he's got the info, and the shot landed to start this one off. Big swing to get the trade, and Autumn finds him with his back turned. Beautifully played.
A couple of ultimates getting relatively close. Nice shot from Benji. We know how dangerous he is with this Sheriff. Looking for a little bit more. 3 kills already. Another one comes up for Wu as well. It's now somehow left on to just Berlin. This round was looking all but done. He's been revealed. They know where he is as well. And already sending utility, but it hasn't connected. It doesn't even matter. 2 players survived.
But Thrash is stopped at the last second. Mini Boo up close now. Sheriff in hand, not able to land the shots. Life whizzing right by him as Lysor finds another. Now things are looking to be locked in for FPX. Just a few pistols left, and Benji's not getting away with it this time around.
I think also just FPX hadn't gone C. They waited for that showstopper. The utility is sublime. Setting up life perfectly, but the response from Boo is ridiculous. Opens the door in an oversight, it seems. No one aware at all, and the initial entry was fantastic. The combination of utility, but then Boo just uses the Nightfall, and no one is aware.
Actually, they'll get very close with a lockdown in play. The players are sent tumbling back in the other direction. They almost have to fight forward for the most part. Boo's ready for them to start with, and Lysor manages to make it out, but denying this defuse could be difficult. They're going to have to find a couple of picks. With the players sneaking in inside the pit, they could already be defusing, and someone needs to get on that to check that they aren't. Pick gets dropped, shots landed by Berlin, put them in a good position. With the wall down, Benji has the line of sight on Young.
And sell the idea, but Berlin is just sat within this smoke. Rotation of the spike goes back, but he gets shot. He gets denied. Now they have to go in. They have to push in. And Rienz has rotated through, dropped the spike on the ground, but he gets caught. Do they have time is the question. Running in onto the site. I think they've just about got this plant. It's going to be incredibly close and just on the nose.
That's Viper's pit to defend the plant as well. This was down to less than a second, but now the advantage is clearly in favor of FPX. Sure, some of these players are low, but Everyone's going to be low on Heretics once they get near that spike.
Right there.
Utility. Luckily, Life was dropped and he had a nade. That would have been a death sentence, but Berlin putting up a fight. 29 HP. That's his third kill of the round, and Young easily taking down
I think if he swings a millisecond later, and you can't really blame him for it. Berlin winning a fight, running through a smoke with Miniboo waiting on the other side, and then killing the second guy. This was his round, using those rotations. That counter Nightfall is definitely going to make things awkward. You maybe expected to see some spam from Boo. Instead, Boo tries to go through.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Boo's found himself one, and he's safe in the back of the site. Showstopper's good for 2. Miniboo making a mess of this round because that's the spike on the ground, and it looks like it's only going from bad to worse for FPX. Lysor, 1 versus 4. He'll find the first, but 10 seconds, even planting this spike is impossible.
Anybody lurking around the edges of these smokes, in fact, looking like they're going to plant for the link. Instead, though, they're met by Young. This round maybe overplayed a little bit and almost caught out with utility in hand. Even still, a 3 versus 5 turned 3 versus 1. Boo has to try and turn it back again. And somehow, after what we see from him when he's on the smokes, lurking on that side of the map, while for Berlin, it's a chance to potentially farm up orbs. It seems like he got a little bit lost there, though. Plant going to be tapped. I don't know if they realize orbs are still here. And Woo wins that fight as well.
Well, you'd think I would have learned my lesson by now to stop counting Heretics out when they've got pistols in play, but I'll learn one day. FPX still have a chance.
My buddy's up and away.
Easy sent far, but I don't think Wingman's going to survive too much longer. Yeah, he doesn't even get it to half. The shot from Life is nice, but they haven't dealt with the player on site. Rienz is going out for more.
What?
Oh my, what is he doing? What was that?
Okay. The rifle's now on the ground, and they're going to want to try and retrieve that. Of course, the other side don't know about this. Trying to bait him into an awkward fight, but Boo's having a great time. Finally, will be put down by Ion. But even still, that time has been ticking, and the rest of the players on Heretics haven't just been sitting there. They've got into advanced positions. This post was looking good, but now they're both trapped into the corner. This could be a huge problem. Autumn's found another, and Wood's got nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. He's going to jump and just about survive, trying to do everything all on his lonesome, but he won't quite be able to. Left completely blind. It doesn't even matter.
For Team Heretics, but Life trying to take advantage of the chaos. He's gone straight in with the blast pack and got 2-3, lighting them up. It's Heretics on the back foot. Out of absolutely nowhere. FPX have got control, and they're starting to defuse already. They've got to go running at them to stop this, and there's no stopping what started here. What a round from Life. That is unbelievable.
Immediately. Because he is, it's like he's got a million sensitive. Rotate straight away, though aggression from either side. Life's got to be careful he doesn't get wrapped on. He does have some support. The flash is going to leave both players completely blind. Woo under serious pressure, and while that pressure is not easing up anytime soon.
Berlin, he's playing a risky game. With just Sheriffs, Team Heretics have done this before, and the spike not down in a spot that's easy to defend for FPX.
Looks like he might be about to be greeted. There's still plenty of utility to play with, but he is going to get the fight that he wanted, and he's going to take both. Now this becomes dangerous. The Nightfall committed, but it's only going to connect onto one. Boo looking to try and fight this one, but he's run out of ammo at the last second. A very nice try. A possibility. On the other side of things, we've immediately seen an ult to try and hold them in position, but already they're pushing back in before we've actually seen the plant. And now it has to be the fallback. Never mind, though. Life has been able to take one down. Instead, though, he's going to be caught. A worthwhile trade. Showstopper out. It should be a kill, and it will be. Miniboo trying to fight up close. That spike still yet to be planted, but plenty of time to play with. And Autumn just holding back. That pit still available. Still possible to be put into play. And now it goes in. Miniboo, third kill of the round already. But he is traded out. And now it's the players within the pit. And Autumn's in real trouble. He's caught by Rienz. It was the low weapons. It was the problem weapons. And once again,
He's conscious they could be here, but he hasn't used the paranoia just yet. Now they're close. Now the pressure's on, but he's caught the back turn. Paranoia out. It's caught him on the right. Miniboo can't see a damn thing. And shooting at the Tracers, not quite close enough. With Life stepping up to delete Boo. This one's looking done. The lead will stay in FPX's hands as they push up to 11. Completely abandoned by FPX.
Oh, no.
That's a sloppy fight if ever I've seen one. And Ultimate's here for FPX as well. They've got a Showstopper and Thrash to get back in. They're confident in playing the retake. Nightfall is available for Team Heretics, and it may well be used, and in fact it is used right now, clearing out Heaven. There's no one there. Now they start to realize where the push is coming from. All those steps are heard, but it's because Thrash is going to lead the way. It's going to take the point of contact. The seize is good. It keeps them in position. Showstopper used, but Miniboo makes up for the disaster earlier on with Benji up top, sneaking his way up close around that corner. Is a player and coming through the smoker. Two more. He thins out the herd and leaves time so low that FPX are running for the hills, not even escaping the spike.
Trying to fight for this early control of Rubble, and again it's the same, so much utility being expended, Wook being caught by all of it, and he's going to try and get out of there. Instead though, they try the same play, they try the same ruse, and it is not going anywhere near as well.
That's the spike down and a flank underway. Killjoy turret down, so there's no way they even get that information. And it's double flank too. Life is here as well. There is no stopping the ball.
Not knowing that there was going to be an alarm bot there. He's trying to find a way through the smoke, and now, well, a 1v4 to Ace. He's been unbelievable, but this would have to be the best of them. It seems like OT is inevitable, and maybe it was from the get-go. The way this map has been going back and forth all the way, why not keep it going a little bit more? How do you try and remove this deficit? Are you hoping for a little bit of luck? Well, there it is. Still took some damage in response. Autumn tagged a little bit lower, has Lysor alongside him, but not for much longer. With 15 HP, I think all the miracles are gone from this round. It will be Heretics to...
Still running into a pretty heavy setup here on C. At least the orb is down for now. It's not going to last too much longer. Those sprays are good from Berlin. That's his third already. Damage done that Autumn converts on. And they're not letting it go just yet. Another overtime required. Initial contact, but instead they're going to run heavy into 3 players from Heretics. And it's Heretics coming ahead in all the fights. Berlin left alone, 1v3 with an op.
Yeah, with an op and no shields. Like, he's got 20 seconds. He needs a miracle. He needs a mistake. I don't even think he could pull this off unless Heretics do something silly. And, well, holding already. Benji, he's not going to repeat that. Absolutely no reason to. They could wait for him to try and grab the spike, try and plant, but they are not giving him anything. A shutdown, and that could be worse for them. They're going to have to try and fight for this, try and get back in. Paranoia has been used elsewhere to try and reclaim the baby door. Lysor's going to get one, but still the kill's going in favor of this attack side, looking to try and hold the line, and that's exactly what they're doing. Needs to be someone on this diffuser when it just isn't happening. It's left all onto Autumn. He's fought throughout this series, but I think the job is done. Time and time again, you'll see these teams fight against each other, and unfortunately, FPX 4